Syria a couple of days ago, I published on July 15 a short video expressing concern that Bedouin tribes in the east and north part of Syria will stream to the south to support their brothers in the fight against the Druze. In fact, that's exactly what happened in the days following the burst of violence. In that regard, I want to talk about a central concept in Arab culture, which is known in Arabic as FAZ'AH. FAZ'AH could be translated as a call for an action in times of emergency. This has been one of the major components, culturally speaking, socially speaking, of the Arab tribes in the Arab Peninsula. Interesting enough, originally that call was not necessarily in the context of violence. It was also part of that, but it was not less in the context of social activities or individuals' activities in the sense of like volunteering or contributing for the sake of the good of the public. Interesting enough, in course of time, more and more it has been associated and affiliated with times of emergency against the background of violence or collisions or military pressure and so on and so on. Not less interesting is the fact that today when you screen different Arab scholars and thinkers referring to that specific concept exactly against the background of what happened in Syria in the last couple of days, you will find there is some sort of like an inner debate between the Arab scholars, between those who praise this concept as a cornerstone in the whole Arab culture, and those who actually is saying that maybe it's a time to review that concept, or to be more accurate, to kind of like neutralize it from its military perspective, but rather more going back to the origin, talking about the social or the individual or the communal part of that concept. One way or another, yet again, it is interesting to see that debate as it's been evolving, particularly against the background of the clashes that took place in the last couple of days between Druze and Bedouin tribes in Syria. One of the major criticisms of this whole issue of the FAZ'AH in that context is that allegedly or reportedly, some of the Bedouin tribes have been engaged in atrocities, including executions of innocent people, of civilians, of defenseless people. And those who are critical of the terms of FAZ'AH in the military perspective basically says that by doing that, those atrocities under the banner of FAZ'AH, it is actually disrespectful to the very emotional and cultural and philosophical roots of this whole concept of FAZ'AH.